Hey guys, Finite here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get past every entity and beat the game with ease. By the way, we are in a war right now. A subscriber war with the guy I used to collab with. Cookie Crumbles. Don't worry guys, we will win, but in order to do so then you must subscribe, and by the way we are doing it peacefully, so don't think that we are like enemies or something, because we are friends. Also, I've heard that nobody has ever subscribed either their pinky, so be the first to do that. Anyways, let's get into it with first up being eyes. So guys, this is how to survive eyes easily. You need to look down or up to not take damage guys, or just look the opposite direction line. I would just look down, and when the room is finished then you can look forward again. You don't want to be me just staring at eyes right now, because you will die by room like 50 depending on how big rooms you get. So next up is rush. So guys, the way to tell rush is coming is because the lights will flicker. The flicker will actually make sound, which is actually really helpful in dark rooms. And if it's not fake then you will hear the roar of rush, and if you hear it then get into the nearest closet. So that's the tips for rush. I think Screech must spawn soon. Yeah guys, if you hear a sound in a dark room that means Screech is near you. So guys, just look into his face, because he will be behind you, and if you look him in the eyes then he will disappear into the shadows. He could spawn anywhere around you, so remember to look everywhere around you. By the way guys, when the Seek Eyes appear they can't hurt you. The lights will flicker, but that is because the Seek Eyes, but Rush can still spawn there, so I would camp closets. Alright guys, next up is the first Seek. He will come up from the ground, but don't panic, he can't kill you immediately. So just hold down the forward key, or on mobile just go forward starting here, so you don't die super fast. Just crouch under the bookshelves and closets, because you can't jump or go under them while standing. And on the second room you just have to look left and right. You can take your time looking left and right, but not too long, okay? So next is the figure. Crouch before you go into door 50, so you're crouched when you enter the room. Just go right when the cutscene ends. Just stay crouched and be aware of where figure is, so you don't just find him right next to you on a turn. The shimmering sounds alert you that a book is nearby, so you can get them. You will need to find 8 books, so search well and hear out for shimmering sounds, because they help. You're going to want this paper as well since it is needed. By the way guys, I'd recommend getting a friend to help you newcomers to the game. So guys, just hide by this door and work out the code. This is how to work out the code. So say, we have the triangle as 1 in Roman numerals, therefore on the left it says the triangle means 8, so 8 is the first number of the code. Then the pentagon is for which is the second number, because the pentagon is the second number. So just do that to every shape to work out the code, then progress through the game. So if you're like me and grind coins from draws, then you would want to get the crucifix for 500. The crucifix is just the holy god cross shape. So the crucifix basically gives you a second life basically, because if an entity attacks you and you're about to die or take damage, then the entity will get crucified and took into the shadow realm. However, on Seek and Figure they only get stunned rather than go to the shadow realm, since they're a lot stronger. So yeah, that's the crucifix. Guys, sometimes the lights will flicker for a longer amount of time, so that means Hulk or ambush, and we will get to ambush later, but on Hulk you will go into a big blue dining room with Hulk coming after you. He will tell you to turn around ever so often with a circular arrow symbol and a screen saying run away or turn around, so whenever that happens just turn the other way and go that way. Sooner or later you will escape the room with Hulk. Just be cautious and you're safe. For Seek Chase number 2 it is 5 circular rooms, so as I said earlier, just take your time with looking for guiding light and the right door. Alright guys, that was that. And also there's an entity called dupe, and basically sometimes the doors appear, and there's different numbers on each of them, so this is how to see the right one. So the dupe door will make a growling sound, but with modifiers it won't, so in worst time scenario you can crouch and go up to the wall beside it to tell, and if you see a white bottom of a room then it's a dupe. Anything else and it's real. Even the void with no white thing is real. So the last 10 doors are called the greenhouse, which basically is rooms that are completely dark, so Screech can spawn, and entities spawn a lot. So here is how to survive greenhouse rush. So basically it's very hard to tell, but the room will shake, but here is a better way. So you will want to camp closets like you did with the sea guy, so if you hear rush roar then he is coming. Expect him to take roughly 30 seconds to get to greenhouse and start roaring, so stay near a closet per room for roughly 30 seconds. It can be quite sudden and time-consuming, but it's worth it. Next up, one of the only entities that only spawn in the greenhouse. This guy is called Snare. He looks just like some dirt with holes inside, which seems harmless at first, but when you step on it, spikes shoot at your feet, dealing a little bit of damage, and it stuns you, so if rush comes when you stepped on Snare, then it's game over. Alright, so here is door 100 and how to beat it. So there will be a lever, and when you press it, figure will appear, and you have to run backwards, and I'll just show you. So when the cutscene ends, when he is just about done going down the stairs, you have to turn around and sprint like I'm doing. Go all the way to the back and then crouch and go left. He will roar, but don't worry, and go to the room far left. This one, which contains probably like 1 or 2 fuses, which you need for later. Make sure to hear out for the shimmering sound again, because it is bad. Again, just be aware of where figure is, and don't go too near him, and just search for 10 fuses, and 1 is probably where figure came from when the cutscene started, but just a little further. There will be a key there as well, so again, just behind where figure came from during the cutscene. Then when you have all 10 fuses and the key, just open this room and input the fuses into the electrical power box. Then this cutscene will play telling the player that figure is gone until you finish the power thing. Then to do the code, just at the top when a number with a blank box appears, leave that lever off. Meanwhile, any filled boxes with numbers mean that number lever can turn on. You're going to have to do that 3 times, but at the end there's a random box to fill. However, if you guess wrong, then you can try it again, but the box will not be a question mark this time. If you do see a question mark, it will be blank, so don't do anything for that one. Then when it's finished, figure will come back through the metal door beside you, so turn away from the door and go to the elevator near the key. And that's how to beat the hotel and avoid any entities, but we are not doing the mines today, so don't go there until I have a tutorial. Also, there's hide to avoid, because when you enter a closet and hide for too long, hide will start showing text saying get out, and if you stay there long enough then he will kick you out and deal some damage, so limit how long you stay inside closets. Also guys, there is one last entity called Ambush, which is like Rush, but he rebounds, so when he passes by let him rebound, and then get out the closet and enter, because he can rebound up to 6 times, and after door 50 hide will appear faster, so limit your time after door 50 more. Ambush doesn't make the lights flicker, so hear out for a sound like a scream kind of, but higher pitch than usual. So there you have it, a beginner's guide to doors. So remember to subscribe so we can win the subscriber war, and make sure to like and comment so more people can help us win the war, and also press notifications to never miss out on any tips and tricks. And yeah, see you in the next video. Adios amigos.